Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hi Roman. Yes.
Just 1 minute, yeah, I'm getting a call.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Hi Anuj. Roman is on a call. Actually.
Yeah, no problem.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yes,
hi.
still me.
Yes. Um, so the points that I mentioned, do you think because originally you all said it would take around 30 hours. Do you think it's possible to do this in 30 hours?
Why not? We did it in almost uh, 2 weeks. We completed in the Employee Central,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but it was a stressful session. So we were doing almost 5 to 7 hours every day.
Okay. Okay. So,
See, Samiran must have shared you the syllabus. If you look at the syllabus, whatever points we are discussing now, it is already mentioned there.
yeah, 1 minute. I'll just get the syllabus outside. I think it was this one, the first one, Employee Central. Yeah, so in the syllabus, you wrote in the beginning, introduction to mastery topics. So I'm just starting from point number 6, basic company settings and provisioning. That is with the language packages and whatever. Creating administrators and provisioning. That's the super admin concept. Then creating administrators in instance. So for example, this point, I'm not quite sure how this is done, creating administrators in the instance. I'm not
So
quite sure if all.
RBP, so RBP you will do.
So is like the super admin already existing in RBP, like the role is existing in RBP, or do we have to first create this role with add user?
Yes, you can the access which you would be using in that there will be already be having a super user, right? You can
Correct.
you can copy that user and create another super user. That is not an issue.
Okay, but in a proper real implementation, is this is a super user already existing in the system, or do I have to
No,
create
no,
a?
no. You will have to create it.
Okay, okay. So that
Same
means
way,
in a
same way. Yeah, yeah. Same way you will do it. Like
okay,
similar to the one which we would be doing for the super administrator. Similar to
okay.
that, in the fresh instance, there won't
Mm-hmm,
be any super admin. You would be
mm-hmm.
creating an RBP.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay.
the super admin.
Super admin. So basically, in the role-based permissions, there will be no role existing. We create the whole what do you call it?
Yes, yes,
The transaction is empty. So we are starting from a really scratch situation. Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay. Then, so then that also, I think it's for me, it's okay. Then point number 9, instance basic settings, password, homepage, welcome menu, company info, employee files, password, homepage modification with logo, welcome menu. Also, I have done company
Okay.
info. What do you mean by company info over here?
Company info is the kind of company which you would be creating.
Okay, you mean company logo? Or company like background, what do you call it, the background of the instance, is that what you mean? No.
No, no, the name of the company and how many branches it has, how many departments it has.
Okay, okay, okay. And employee files, what is this?
Like managing the employee files, like suppose in case you need to add any details in employee files, you can add it, or you
Mm-hmm.
can if you want to edit any details in employee files, you can do it.
Okay, is this a transaction or what is this employee files?
Yeah, definitely. Suppose in case if you are hiring any employee, so what you will
Mm-hmm.
do, you will address. Suppose if you are giving another project, you are assigning a concurrent employment to an employee. Suppose the
Mm-hmm.
employee name is Linda Hood. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you are adding a concurrent employment to it, then you need to access the employee files, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And on the employee page, you will get the option to add the concurrent employment.
Okay, okay. Then administrator tools, I think that's the different configurations. What you mean, administrator tools?
Administrators tools is like the setting up the role-based permissions.
Okay, okay, setting up the role-based permissions. Okay. Then admin privileges. What is admin privileges here?
The what all accesses admin will be having.
Okay, okay, okay. So again, role-based, now.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then proxy management also. I'm aware about proxy management, but normally, do you make any changes here in proxy management for the instance, or do you just leave it the way it is?
Yeah, we can manage the proxy. We can we can create a proxy. Suppose I don't have the server with me right now, so I'm showing
Okay,
this.
okay.
Suppose if you on top here, you will see the access with whom access you are using, right? So if you
Yeah.
click on that proxy and use another user's
Use
proxy,
another user's
you can
proxy. Yeah.
check the approvals there. You can manage the approvals and the request.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These all things on that user's behalf you can pretty much manage there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so then setting up company logos, I think that's fine. Manage data user records. What do you mean by this? Manage data user records?
See, there are two ways to create an organization and setting up an organization company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One is through manage organization pay and job structure.
Yes.
On the tool search, if you type in manage data,
Mm-hmm.
there also you will get all the pre-built configurations to build your company.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
either way you can do. So if you want to look at only the MDF specific objects,
Mm-hmm.
then you can directly move into manage data.
Manage data. Okay.
And if
Okay.
it is a legacy system, you need to go to manage organization pay and job structure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. And what do you mean here by rating scales under point 23?
Rating scales actually comes under your PMGM module,
Mm-hmm.
wherein suppose once the performance and monitoring is happening on a yearly basis, or uh, some organization do it on a quarterly basis. So
Mm-hmm.
there's an option known as rating scale, wherein you start rating an employee based upon specific parameters.
Okay. 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 So, and then on last point, you've written point 26, the employee profile. Normally, this employee profile, what we find in the demo system of like the personal information, then you have the employment information.
Mhm.
Do these portlets also exist in the instance, in a real implementation instance, or do we have to
Yeah, yeah.
create this also from scratch?
Once you import the data models, it will be automatically be built as per the employee, because you will be already giving the pre-configured details on the Excel sheet. So either it can be a
Mm.
CSV file or an if you are uploading it from instance, it will be a .csv file, right?
Okay, okay, okay.
So in that, on the once you fill up the template, so
Hmm.
the employee files will be there on the system.
Okay, okay. In the instance then.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay, okay. And then, okay, blah, blah, blah. Then we go to then you've written down the next point is this employee central mastery, core HCM modules, introduction and basic provisioning setup exercise. That's the, what you call it, the repetition of the points above. Then the data models, employee central structure, data model management and data model association. What do you mean here by data model management?
Data
Is it
model, my like man, how you manage the data. So
okay?
there are two types of modules, like the corporate module, succession development module, and there are corporate succession and uh, event country specific data models, then event region data, and
Mhm.
HRIS propagation data models. So based upon your requirement, we can pre-configure it.
Okay. So in my case, like the dummy company ABC with 30 employees, it's located in Berlin.
Hmm.
And we are doing the implementation right now only for the Berlin location with these 30 employees. So in
Okay,
this
okay.
case, which models would we use? Data
Corporate.
models, corporate.
Okay, only for if it is only for employee details, it will be succession and a
Success.
mix of corporate data model.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, so exactly then this kind of a point, for example, this is important for me because, for example, this I have also not done up till now. Then point number 6, the enable employee central. I think that's quite clear. Enable employee central settings, role-based permissions, update employee details,
Just give
ASS,
me one
MSS.
minute.
Mhm.
Just give me 1 minute, please.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Tell me. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, yeah,
Can you
Anush, we
hear
can.
me now?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me.
Yes. Also then the point with where was it? Yeah, and point number 9, understanding security. What do you mean by understanding security here?
There are some security permissions which you can look at, various security features which can be added in Employee Central.
Mm,
It will again be doing it through the role-based permissions.
okay, okay, okay. One question. I have worked in like projects where we have like startups, and under the startup concept, we have normally always implemented the standardized best practice SAP role-based permissions. But
Mhm,
for example, let's say if we are talking about a bigger company with
mhm,
maybe 500 employees.
mhm.
Normally, they're in the company because it's much bigger. They have their own security and they have their own, role-based permissions. Do these role-based permissions do they follow the best practice, or are they a little bit what you call it, an extension of the best practice?
No, no, they will start off with best practices always, and
Mm,
after that they will customize it. It depends upon your requirement.
okay, 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 Okay.
Generally, once the implementation has happened with success factors,
Mm-hmm.
you also know, right, that how once there is any updates or any system changes happening, that is
Mm-hmm.
always being managed from success factors SAP side only,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So there is
Yeah.
not much, nothing to do. So you are already working on implementations for success factors.
Yes, I have done two implementations, but I
Oh,
have
great.
done it only in the configuration of time management, the
Okay,
workflows, and the apprenticeship management. What I've not
okay.
done is, for example, from scratch
Hmm.
implementing EC.
Got
And
it.
this is what I want to learn right now. And because, of course, in the future, I will definitely get projects which are also saying implement EC completely from scratch,
Hmm.
and then I would have to do this. That's why this aspect of what all points I need to do in provisioning in the instance, this is for me important to learn, to just have an idea. This is what I need to
Okay.
do, so that it's like it's like the foundation, correct? So this
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
foundation
absolutely.
that I would need to bring in.
Yes, yes, right. And later on, after you do EC, you can definitely look at other modules because
Yes,
that
yes,
if you look at the UK market nowadays, it is there is a lot of learning and learning management module implementations going on,
yes, yes.
and performance and goals.
Yes,
Uh,
performance and goals, yeah, succession and
I
development.
exactly don't know, to be honest, about the market in Europe because my current project I am handling with UK,
Mm-hmm.
but might be Germany is again the home country for SAP, so there might be a lot of projects there.
Yeah, the market in Germany is a little bit more complex,
Vast, vast.
vast.
Yes, yes,
I
yes,
don't know
yes.
about the market in England, but in Germany it's a bit
Mm-hmm.
more complex and vast. The requirements are very different.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the companies have SAP HCM payroll in place. Have already implemented this solution, and now they look for to implement success factors, but they also have very specific requirements why they want to implement EC. And
Mm-hmm.
normally EC is the is the source system, and payroll
Yes,
is the
yes.
target system. So even integration points are coming into the picture. So I also know online of this data mapping. It's a big issue, especially for
Mm-hmm.
payroll, because lots of companies say, okay, we have info type 2, we have info type 12. We want that the data mapping from EC to SAP HCM, it works correctly. This means, for example, if we have an employee who's sitting in, I don't know, France, that the
Mm-hmm.
data mapping to the fields, it is correct in payroll. Because if it's not correct, then the payroll always shows an error, and then you cannot
Mm-hmm.
do the payroll for that employee.
Mm-hmm.
So these are all the issues right now that are coming in the German market. So it's a little
Yes,
bit
yes.
more complex. And that's why this integration part, the basis, is extremely important to understand this logic. Because I think if you understand these data models and how it works, it's also very important for the data mapping later on. So
Right, right,
you,
absolutely.
yeah. And this is also the reason why I'm asking so many questions, because for me,
No, it's okay. It's okay. It is always good. See, the more you collaborate, that is how SAP works. Like the more you
yes.
collaborate, more you understand.
Yes, and
The,
right now, I ask a lot of questions because I also want to really get really the implementing side. This is important for me, so you can also really tell me how you do it in your implementations. That's no problem. I don't want a very theoretical side, because the theory I have already done in my certification. It's really
Mhm.
about the practical doing, and
Yes, yes.
this is important, that the practical doing, that I get a feeling for these data models, I get a feeling for what needs to be done where, and then I think I have a really good idea to build on this, because once I have that idea I can move forward. For me right now, I'm
Right.
coming from the time management. I'm going back.
That's
Yes.
okay. That's okay. That is okay. There's no issues in it. Here, say to be honest, what happens here in scenario, like there are so many players in the market for ERP.
Mm,
So everyone is giving stiff competition, especially if you look at the market in India where I'm based.
mm-hmm,
Here, earlier, there used to be only SAP. For when you speak about enterprise resource planning, there
mm-hmm,
used to be only SAP. Now, due to the advent of SaaS implementation and cloud technologies,
mm-hmm,
especially if you look at HR,
mm-hmm,
even the big IT companies are not looking at success factors anymore. They are
mm.
moving to Oracle and they are moving to other cloud tools. Like there is one very popular in demand, Workday.
Yes, Workday. Yeah.
So it is that, but yes, definitely I will also understand a lot about the Europe market from you. That is my aim to understand a lot more from you,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
because
The Europe.
here the scenario is totally becoming different in terms of
Mm,
success factors. Companies
mm.
are losing projects.
Oh, okay. Why are they losing projects? Hello? Hello?
Hello, Anush.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Roman, I can hear you. Anush, can you
I
hear us?
And hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
now
yeah.
we can hear you again. Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right. So that is about myself. Otherwise, it's fine. I will also learn a lot from you. That is not an
Yeah.
issue.
So you said before that they are losing projects in India. Is that correct?
Yeah, my organization lost quite projects, quite a bit of projects in success
Mm.
factors because the clients are moving to different ERP.
You mean other
Because
solutions?
yes,
Cloud
yes, because
solutions.
post COVID, what happened was the projects were automatically become less. Now, what happens in India is definitely the project has to come in from Europe or from US or from UK, right?
Mm, mm,
Because the companies which is already using an SAP support in India, they will not move to cloud because they don't have that much capability to bear that cost. So once
yes.
a company is starting with a SAP on premise, suppose HCM, then they will
Mm,
still work in HCM till the time it is
mm,
being supported by SAP.
mm. Yes, yes, yes. This is also my experience because I'm now also working for a consulting house, SAP, and they
Mhm.
are also losing projects. They have not won a single project since beginning of this year, and also a few years ago when I joined, they had big problems. The projects that
Mhm.
we got was just luck because of some connections, and
Mhm.
I just have the feeling that some I don't know this is my personal opinion. I have the feeling that these German consulting houses they come from the old on-premise world, so they implemented the projects very slowly. So to just give you an idea, those projects that were implemented under the on-premise world, they sometimes took years to implement. So if you wanted
Same
to
in India
implement
also.
payroll,
Same in
org
India also.
management, it took years. And
Mhm. Got
now
it.
you
Got it.
have cloud. The cloud success
Mhm.
factors is supposed to be implemented in weeks. So we're
Yes.
talking about
Yes.
maximum 4 to 6 weeks.
Yes.
And these
Yes.
guys, they cannot compete. They cannot compete with with this speed. And the
Yes.
new
Yes.
consulting houses, there are lots of consulting houses that are coming up now that are doing only cloud, and they are very fast and they know what they are going to be implementing. So they
Yeah.
are the
Yeah.
ones who win it. But when they
Mhm.
win it, also they are offering other solutions. So now I hear so many consulting houses, even Accenture in Germany, they are now not only offering the clients SAP, they're offering other HR ERP solutions for HR. So they are offering
Yes. Yes.
Workday, they are offering
Mhm.
Talentsoft. And if you look even at the Workday or Talentsoft, it looks very much better than SAP.
Yeah, it's much easier.
Much
And
easier. It looked much customer friendlier. So it's a different situation right now. And after Corona, it's become even worse because the clients, they look really, I am in a Corona situation. I want to digitalize my business. Which
yes,
solution can
yes.
support me? And the solution that can support me, they win it. But the others who don't offer this kind of flexibility, they are losing, and that's success factors.
Because if you look at the certification aspect also for SAP, suppose in India, if I look at my salary and the kind of certification which is being offered by SAP here,
Mm.
I am not in a position to upgrade myself anymore, to
Yeah,
be honest, with
yeah,
certifications. But if I look at Workday, the trainings, if you look at for Workday, it is exactly the same which you would be doing in implementation. Okay.
correct, correct. Yeah.
So I don't know what will happen, what is the future. Hope for the best.
No, I personally think that the SAP, I think it's only my big guess that those consulting houses that were only with SAP today, in I don't know in 10 years if they will exist, because the market has become so competitive. It's
Yes, yes, right, right.
you cannot continue at this manner. So I think many companies will go bankrupt, and the big companies, they are smart. They say, okay, we are here to make money. We don't care what
Mhm.
we sell, as long as we sell and the client buys. So what we sell, we don't care, and therefore we sell everything. So yeah, so they will. It is like you go to the restaurant and you say, okay, I'm willing to pay for Italian food, and the restaurant guy says, no, but we offer only Indian food. Then they say, okay, you don't offer Italian food, so we don't come here and we don't buy from you. But if the restaurant owner says, we offer Italian food, we offer Indian food, we offer Chinese food, then everybody can come in and buy. Yeah, it's as stupid as this, and this is what it's coming to right now, that big companies, they have understood this concept, and they say, okay, we offer this concept now to the client, and the client chooses, but the client is the king.
Yes, yes, and
And
especially Google is also taking a lot of client because Google is also
yes,
starting with ERP
yes,
implementations. Then
yes.
there's another company, Employee Wise, which is very
Ah,
famous in Australia
okay.
uh, and parts of UK. So they are taking almost all the small business owners. They are moving at for cloud implementations because it is happening rapidly.
Yeah.
So within a month, they are automatically moving to online. So it is very happening very fast.
Yes, 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 yes. So, one question, how do we organize this? You said last time that you do this normally in 2 weeks for how many hours normally?
No, no, that was a customized because that
Okay,
is for one of the student. She was based in US,
okay,
so she was working for DXC Technologies. So
okay,
she has this urgency to complete it in within 2 weeks.
okay, okay,
So
okay,
that's why we did. Normally we did it in almost a month. So I try
okay,
to do it every day for 1 or 2 hours. So it can be
okay,
either 2 or 1 hour. So
okay.
in that way, it will take at least a month.
Okay. So for me also, you taught the same schedule of like 1 or 2 hours every day for 1 month.
Yes, yes. So depends
Okay.
upon the requirement. Suppose if there is any, suppose we are started with the sessions from tomorrow or maybe day after. So tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
is what date? Let me just check. It is Thursday, Friday. Suppose we started on Friday. So
Mm-hmm.
Friday we have 1 hour session. Then
Mm-hmm.
again from Monday we'll start with 2 hours. Right.
Okay.
So 2 hours,
Okay.
2 hours, 2 hours. So that we can actually complete the basics earlier. And after
Okay.
that we can look at the customizing.
Okay. Okay. So how long would it go to? Let's say if we start then from next week, the Monday, the 19th of April, it would go on till the 18th of May, correct?
I will try to complete it by 10th of May.
10th of May. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
And
I will
then,
try to complete it early.
okay. So that, and this entire time we will be in the system and doing also the customizing in the system with respect to this dummy company, what I spoke about.
Yeah, yeah, right, right.
Okay. 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 And what about the payment situation? Is the payment made at the end? Is the payment made in slots? Is the payment, I don't know, how is the payment made?
Regarding that, Roman, we can discuss.
Okay.
Once the session is over,
Samiran will help you out with that.
yeah, once the
Okay.
session
Okay.
is over, we can discuss. Okay.
Okay. For me, then, okay, I would be interested. Then from next week onwards, from Monday next week onwards, like this time would be comfortable for me. So from 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, or yeah, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, like that would be good.
Okay, so
Yeah,
1 o'clock GMT, right?
yes, my time, German time, 1 o'clock
So
GMT. So it's your time, I think, Indian time,
4 o'clock,
uh,
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, like today, how we did
Yes,
it.
yes, yes. Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine for you. Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay.
So, Anuj, you are planning to do the classes 2 hours daily? Is it so?
Yes, I told her that might be some days we'll look at 1 hour. Okay,
Okay.
depends upon my availability. Generally, I
Hmm.
will try to do it for 2 hours because she wants to complete it early.
Okay, that's fine with us, no problem. Once the
Yes.
training starts, you guys can communicate among yourself. That's not an issue.
Yeah, yeah, we
Okay,
can settle it up. That is not an issue.
okay, okay.
So you can connect with
Um,
me on email and WhatsApp also. That is not an issue.
okay. Yeah, so from my end, I would be interested. I don't know how you'll want to now do this at 3 o'clock. And in 5 minutes, I've got the next call I have to, so
Yeah,
I have
sure.
to leave right now.
Samiran will connect with you. Not an issue. All right, Samiran will
Yes,
connect with you. All right.
yes.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
nice
you so
day.
much. Yeah,
Yeah, thank
thank
you
you.
guys.
Bye
Thank you.
bye. Yeah, bye.
Bye. Bye.